Archangel Michael says, "Prepare your spirit for what is about to be revealed, because this will shake the foundation of your trust." This is not just a message, it's a divine intervention. What you thought was secured in honesty has been written in secrecy behind closed doors. In a quiet room where you were not invited, a pen moved across paper with your name left unspoken. An agreement, masked in smiles and false affection, was signed without your knowledge. The ones you trusted have buried this act in shadows, hoping you'd never see the truth surface. But now, the scroll of deception is being unsealed. Heaven has taken account, and Archangel Michael has been assigned to show you the exact page. Your absence was their opportunity, but the divine is your protector. Your name was excluded, not by mistake, but by deliberate intention. The ones involved believed you would never rise high enough to uncover it. But destiny has a different plan, and now that plan is unfolding before your very eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The signatures were written with hands that once shook yours in loyalty. The ink was dried before you even knew there was a document being created. They tried to erase your legacy while smiling at your growth. You weren't missing, you were being removed. One by one, clauses were added that did not include your value. They counted on your silence, but now heaven is roaring for you. Archangel Michael says, "This was not merely a betrayal, it was a calculated move." They didn't just sign paper, they signed away your presence in a future that belonged to you. You've sensed something was off. Your spirit noticed the shift long before your eyes could. The strange delays, the silent treatment, the unfinished calls, it was never random. Type Amen to get blessing 444. One of the people involved is someone who once sat beside you during moments of vulnerability. They heard your tears, held your secrets, and then used them as leverage. They played both roles, the listener and the betrayer. This agreement has financial implications. It also holds authority and property rights, something you were meant to share in. Your inheritance is not only monetary, it is spiritual, ancestral, and divine. There's a name on that paper that will shock you. They had no legal right to act in your absence, but they used forged influence. They believed no one would trace it, but Archangel Michael has followed the trail. Heaven saw the date it was signed. It happened during a time when you were distracted, possibly dealing with grief or health. They waited for the weakest moment in your life to strike. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Do not feel defeated. This is not the end, it's the unveiling. The scroll is being turned, and you are not alone. The angels have already begun removing obstacles. Those who conspired against you are losing sleep, plagued by guilt and visions. They underestimated the strength of your soul, the fire of your calling. There are witnesses. And soon, one of them will come forward. This witness is torn between loyalty and conscience, and they are about to choose truth. They saw the moment your signature was mimicked. They know who initiated the meeting. They remember who brought the wine, who locked the doors, who smiled the widest. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, "The time has come for accountability to reign like fire. Heaven's court has already ruled in your favor. What's hidden will be revealed in public. The lies spoken in private will become rumors turned verified facts. A call is coming that will shake your understanding of reality. The one who thought they could silence you will soon silence themselves. Fear has begun its work on their conscience. Justice is no longer delayed, it's being delivered. This is not just about stolen property or name rights. It is about the divine mission that was assigned to your bloodline. They tried to reroute your destiny, but God redirected the storm to expose their trail. The paper trail is already disintegrating in their hands. No matter how they try to rewrite history, the original will surface. It is etched in heaven's record and mirrored on earth. Type Amen to get blessing 121. One of the signers is already preparing to run. They are trying to relocate, thinking it will erase guilt. But the angels are not bound by borders, they will find them. The truth has been released like lightning. What took years to hide will take moments to fall apart. You will be called in to receive what is rightfully yours. You will not beg for inclusion anymore. You will not chase what was divinely assigned to your soul. What they tried to delete will be restored in triple fold. Stay calm when you hear the news. Don't panic when you receive the letter. The court date, the email thread, the voice note, all will come at once. Type Amen to get blessing 717. The angels are watching your reaction. Your grace in this moment will determine the reward ahead. Do not seek revenge, stand still and witness divine correction. You will be asked to sign something soon. But this time, you will sign as the rightful owner. No tricks, no secrets, just divine justice being fulfilled. You were never forgotten. You were never too late. Heaven was simply preparing the stage to make it undeniable. A woman is involved who tried to act as the authority. She spoke with confidence, but her knowledge was surface. She never imagined your name would resurface like a blazing seal. Type Amen to get blessing 144. You have an ancestor who warned you in dreams. That repeated location, that burning paper, that unknown voice, it was guidance. They knew something was about to be taken from you unjustly. Listen again to your intuition, it was right all along. You sense the energy shift, the silent betrayal, the turning of tides. Now it's time to trust what you already know. One man who benefited from the hidden agreement will try to apologize. He will pretend he didn't understand the full scope. But inside, he knew what he was a part of. He signed because he didn't believe in your rise. He thought your light would dim and your path would crumble. Now that your name is spreading, he regrets it deeply. Type Amen to get blessing 808. There is money involved. There are assets connected to land, business, and future shares. Some of the funds were moved into a private account. But what they don't know is that a divine reversal is coming. That account will soon freeze under investigation. The banker involved is under spiritual pressure and will slip. You are protected. No action done in darkness can prosper in the presence of divine light. Your name is marked for elevation, not elimination. Archangel Michael says, Be ready for a sealed envelope to reach you. Do not throw it away. Inside is the evidence you've been waiting for. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The woman you once trusted with your secrets is going to be questioned. She will deny everything until she sees your eyes. The moment she looks at you, she will collapse in truth. You will not even need to speak. Your presence will convict her. And that will be the final unraveling of the secret. The paper that removed you will be shredded by divine winds. The replacement will have your name in gold. It will be notarized in heaven and affirmed on earth. They wanted to bury you in silence. But instead, your name will be shouted as the rightful heir. It's coming sooner than you think. Type Amen to get blessing 626. Stay humble. Let the storms pass around you, not through you. You don't need to fight what God has already exposed. Watch how their plans turn on themselves. They thought the agreement was solid, but the foundation is made of dust. One gust from heaven, and it will all collapse. This is your restoration season. Your name is being rewritten, this time with truth, honor, and divine protection. Stand tall. You are about to be called forward. Everything they tried to remove you from, you'll now be the center of. What they tried to erase will now be framed. What they signed in deception will now testify against them. Type Amen to get blessing 989. This is divine justice. This is angelic exposure. This is your name written again, this time in glory. Let them watch. Let them deny. Let them cry. But your peace is protected. Your value is undeniable. And your reward is already being delivered. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This message was meant for you. Don't doubt what you just read, walk boldly into the restoration. It was hidden, but now it is yours. Archangel Michael says, your name is echoing through halls where you were once erased. The energy is shifting, those who plotted behind your back are losing their footing. What was once whispered in corners is now being spoken aloud in circles of authority. Every silent tear you cried built a case in the spirit realm. Each sleepless night created a record, a divine log of injustice. Now that log is being reviewed, and the outcome is irreversible. The same papers that excluded you are now being used to clear your name. They are evidence, not obstacles. You are not powerless, you are being positioned. This moment is not just for justice, it is for legacy. What they tried to seal without your presence is breaking open by divine force. You were not invited because they feared your authority. Type Amen to get blessing 112. Your spirit knew. Even in moments when you tried to silence your intuition, the truth kept knocking. Now that truth is kicking down the door. A lawyer who was involved is about to contact you. At first, they'll speak in riddles, don't be alarmed. They're feeling pressure from a higher force and trying to shield themselves. Listen closely. Between the words, you will hear the exact name that matters. You'll know what to do when the time comes. This isn't just about restoring your name, it's about reclaiming territory. You are meant to be part of a bigger structure that was kept from you. That hidden agreement tried to cut your spiritual umbilical cord, but it failed. Type Amen to get blessing 424. Your roots go deeper than they expected. There's a generational inheritance at stake, one you didn't even know existed. It's not just money or land, it's spiritual dominion. Someone signed with trembling hands, because deep inside, they knew it was wrong. They tried to silence the guilt, but now it's screaming. They can't sleep, can't eat, can't run anymore. The angelic realm is surrounding the documents. Any attempt to destroy or tamper with them will be blocked. They are being preserved until the day of truth arrives. You won't need to fight the way they did. You won't need to lie to win. Your truth is your key, and heaven is unlocking every door. Type Amen to get blessing 303. One of your family members was bribed. They were promised favor, travel, or wealth if they kept you out. But what they received was a curse disguised as a gift. That bribe has turned into rot. Everything they gained is now falling apart. And they're beginning to realize it's because they crossed a divine line. You were chosen for this legacy, not them. They tried to replace you but couldn't replicate your spirit. And now the imbalance is destroying the false foundation. Archangel Michael says, a wind is coming that will sweep the fake signatures into the open. They will be exposed in front of those who doubted you. And you won't even have to speak for it to be believed. Type Amen to get blessing 151. There's a hidden room, physically or metaphorically, where the first betrayal took place. A candle was lit, voices whispered, and your name was removed line by line. They toasted to your downfall without knowing the heavens recorded every second. Now, that room is cursed with unrest. The walls carry guilt, the floorboards groan with judgment. Nothing good has come from it since, and nothing ever will. The one who initiated the idea is losing their mind. They're hearing voices, having visions, seeing your face in dreams. They tried to erase you, but the more they run, the louder your presence becomes. You were supposed to receive a call months ago. It was blocked. The person assigned to reach you was redirected, intentionally. Type Amen to get blessing 292. But now the block is lifted. Expect the unexpected communication. It will look like a mistake, but it's heaven sending proof. You'll see your name where you were told it never existed. You'll hear dates you've never spoken aloud repeated back to you. You'll realize the divine has been working behind the scenes this entire time. There is an email, a file, a printed form, it's resurfacing. It was supposed to be destroyed, but it never was. An angel intercepted it and kept it secure. Now it's your turn to hold it. And when you do, the power of truth will surge through your hands. You'll finally understand why you were isolated, delayed, and pushed aside. Type Amen to get blessing 828. Because what was coming for you required strength. Had you been given it too early, you might have shared it with those who betrayed you. Now, you're wiser. You'll know who to trust. You'll know what to sign, and what to walk away from. Your spirit is no longer naive, it is sharp, trained, and divinely led. You'll be offered a choice soon. It will come in a legal form, a proposition, or a deal. Don't rush, heaven will whisper which pen to pick. You are stepping into restoration, not revenge. This isn't payback, it's realignment. They distorted the structure. Now it's returning to its rightful shape. Type Amen to get blessing 818. One of your ancestors is proud. They saw this moment from afar and prayed you would hold on. You did. They were betrayed the same way in their time. Their name was also excluded, but they weren't given the justice you are receiving. You are completing what they could not. This is not just your victory, it's theirs too. Their soul is resting easier because you chose integrity over rage. Because you waited, trusted, and held on. A house, a piece of land, or a family possession is involved. It holds sentimental value beyond measure. They tried to keep it from you, but it's finding its way back. Type Amen to get blessing 111. It may come with resistance. Someone will act as if you're unworthy. Let them speak, it will only expose them further. You don't need to scream to prove your truth. You just need to show up. Heaven will handle the rest. There is a final meeting coming. You'll sit at a table where you were once denied a seat. But now, your name will be at the top. You won't need to fight for respect, it will be given without question. You'll walk in peace, and leave in victory. You'll leave that room different. Type Amen to get blessing 515. You'll leave that room restored. You'll leave that room whole. And everyone who tried to keep you out will remember that day forever. Heaven is recording every second. Archangel Michael stands guard at your blessing. Nothing forged against you will succeed. Stand tall now. Breathe deep. What's yours is coming, and it's sealed in glory. Your time is here. You will rise, not just for you, but for every soul who was wronged before you. The truth is the sword. You are the hand that wields it. This is your moment. This is your justice. This is your divine restoration. Archangel Michael says, the moment has arrived where truth begins to roar louder than every whisper of deception. The people who once gathered to sign you away are now scattering. Their unity was built on lies, and lies never last under the weight of divine exposure. You were never truly absent, they only assumed you wouldn't find out. They didn't realize angels don't need invitations to enter a room. Your name was spoken in heaven before it was ever erased on paper. Now, that paper is burning, not by flame, but by revelation. Each false clause is unraveling. Each forged detail is being peeled away until only truth remains. They pretended to be in charge of your destiny. But they never had the pen, God did. The paper they signed was a counterfeit. The real scroll is now in your hands. Type Amen to get blessing 611. Do not be afraid when the people closest to you begin acting strange. Some of them know what's happening before you do. They feel the tremble of justice in the air and panic at your calmness. Your silence is louder than their guilt. And your peace is tormenting those who conspired. That's how you know heaven is near. Soon, you will see something strange. A coincidence that leads to a document, a misplaced paper, a forgotten folder. It will feel like chance, but it's divine intervention. Archangel Michael says, "You are stepping into the evidence era." This is not about assumptions anymore, proof is on its way. And once it arrives, nothing will be the same. Type Amen to get blessing 700. One of the people involved is trying to get ahead of the truth. They are calling meetings, crafting stories, preparing defenses. But truth does not need rehearsal. They are afraid of your rising. Afraid that what they buried is now sprouting like fire through soil. And they're right, it is. A stranger will confirm something that no one else could have known. They were not part of the betrayal, but they saw it. And their honesty is the final nail in the coffin of lies. You will recognize them by the way they hesitate. They won't want to hurt anyone, but they'll choose the truth over protection. That person is anointed to help you cross into your rightful inheritance. Type Amen to get blessing 314. Prepare for restoration disguised as discomfort. There will be awkward moments, stares, and silence from those who know they failed you. Let it happen. You do not need an apology to be made whole. You only need the truth, and that's already unfolding. The signatures that were hidden are now trembling under divine light. Even the most secure vault cannot stop an angel's hand. What was locked will open. What was encrypted will be decoded. Heaven has assigned watchers over every file, form, and folder. Not one page will go missing. Not one sentence will remain hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 999. This exposure will cause shock in your community. People will question how such betrayal was possible. They will look to you for answers, but you won't need to speak with bitterness. Let your calm be your testimony. Let your grace be your response. Let your favor be your reward. You will be called to testify, but it will not be in a courtroom. It will be in rooms of influence, leadership, and change. They will want to know how you handled it all. And you will tell them. It was not your strength, it was the angels. It was not revenge, it was revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 747. From this moment on, be cautious with what you sign. Discern every offer, contract, and agreement. Your name holds power now, don't let just anyone handle it. Someone from the past will try to come back as if nothing happened. They'll pretend to have no idea what occurred. But the spirit within you will know. Forgive, but do not forget. Protect your boundaries. You are not the same person who was once erased. Now, you are the author. You will decide who stays, who signs, and who never sees your table again. You will write new agreements, this time, led by truth and sealed by